Hello bracket lifers and welcome back to another vlog. This week we are sharing our trip down to Lancaster for the Night of Fire event. As you may or may not know, my family has been a long-time fan and supporter of Paton Racing, so as soon as we found out that their Top Fuel cars were going down for some match racing, we thought it was the perfect opportunity to one, go and watch them, but two, also to race ourselves. We left at about 10 a.m. Friday morning, and of course you see us here sitting at the border. It was a very busy crossing, which didn't help us at all because my family is always late to everything, and as per usual, we were definitely running behind, so we were pulling in as the first time trial for Super Pro was starting. Definitely still worked out pretty cool though, because we got to park right beside the Top Fuel cars, and you could literally open up the window and see them starting the cars, working on the cars, seeing all of the fans. It was a really cool experience and probably one of the closest things we'll ever get to parking in what you could call the pro pits. Alex definitely didn't enjoy when I opened the window and the smell of nitromethane came in, but it was pretty neat. This was the view from the front of our motorhome. They parked us basically right on the starting line, so all of the fans were there, and it gave us a really cool view of the racetrack and being able to watch all of the cars go down the track. We were also right behind the staging lanes, so it made it quite easy for us as we would literally just back our cars right into the staging lanes. Then, as mentioned before, the Paton Racing Team was parked behind us, so you can see both of the Top Fuel cars here. Spencer Hyde was driving one of the Top Fuel cars and Todd Payton was driving the other one. Courtney Enders was also there supporting Spencer, which was really neat to see as a longtime fan growing up of both her and Erica. It was really neat to meet her and talk to her in person. Even though we were running late, we still did end up making it for both time trials before we started first round, so I have a ton of different clips. I apologize, they are a little jumbled and the quality is not that great. I really struggled to not only get close enough up to the starting line to get videos, but I also had my daughter on my hip for most of the day as she was a little fussy or she was sleeping in the stroller that I had, so I didn't get to go as close up to the starting line as I wanted to, but anyways, I took as many clips as I could. So right now we are in the middle of time trials. This is Ashley, and Brandon was driving my race car for this evening. So this was their practice run. And then after the second time trial, we did one of the first match races for Top Fuel, which was really cool to see. There is truly no cooler experience or feeling than being behind Top Fuel cars when they leave. If you have not seen one in person, you need to add this to your bucket list. I don't care where you go to see this happen, but you definitely have to go watch a Top Fuel car launch and race in real time. Alex sleeping through the Top Fuel cars is the funniest thing in the world to me. For those of you who haven't been to Lancaster and might not know this, Lancaster only races drag racing specifically only 2 nights a week, on Tuesday nights and Friday nights. So on Saturday nights, they actually have a speedway, which is to the right of the drag strip, and the drag strip is actually on the straight stretch portion of the speedway. So they convert the track every weekend, drag racing on Friday, circle track racing on Saturday, and when they do the drag races on Friday night, in the Super Pro division specifically, they do what's called a Quick 8 series. So this series takes the quickest 4 dragsters and quickest 4 door cars for a total of 8 cars. You pay, in our case, it was $50 extra on top of the entry fee, and you would win an extra $400 if you won that Quick 8 series. So what they do is they take those 8 cars and they separate them from the rest of the ladder of the race, and they'll separately race each other until there's just 2 cars left in the 3rd round, and then whoever wins that race, that Quick 8 race, then goes into round 4 and will continue for the main event race, and there'll be a main event winner, but just a cool way to win some extra money in those first couple rounds. In our case, we did have all 4 of our dragsters were the 4 fastest dragsters there. However, we didn't want to all race each other in the first couple rounds, so we decided to only enter my sister and my dad into the race. Luckily for my sister, she had a really great start and she won all first, second, and third round, meaning she was the winner of the Quick 8 series. And she was headed into round 4. Unfortunately, my mom, dad, and Brandon, I believe, all lost in the second round. So kind of cool that my sister went a little bit further, but it was still a great time nonetheless. In this video here, my dad in the second round actually lost his scoop, which is still unknown to us how that even happened. But anyways, luckily one of the track staff found it after it blew off mid-track and brought it back to us, and there was very minimal damage, which was very exciting for us. Brandon and I had also brought our motorhome and parked it in the oval of the speedway, so this is kind of a cool video of us walking over to our camper and just kind of seeing what the track looks like from a different angle. There were so many fans there, which was honestly so refreshing because I think as a drag racer we're just used to not having any fans at the track. And I know after talking to some locals, because it was the night of fire and because the Top Fuel cars were there, they definitely had more spectators than normal, but it was still so cool. We got to meet so many cool people, and blows my mind how close they let the fans get to the racetrack, but just overall such a cool experience. And of course, it would not be us if we didn't check out the canteen at a new racetrack. Of course, because I think this track is also a speedway, they had incredible food options. So not only did we go there and get dinner, but we also came back for a late night snack. Brandon got a hamburger. As you know, he's just loves hamburgers. And then we got some deep fried Oreos and fried dough. And as you can tell here, so delicious, so amazing, 10 out of 10. Could not have asked for better track food. They also had a really cool seating area right beside the stands. And then we came back and Alex was really loving the fried dough as well. And to cap off the evening, we watched the last match race of the evening with both Top Fuel cars. A huge shout out to the Paton Racing Team for bringing both of their Top Fuel cars to Lancaster. I know the fans look forward to it every year, but you know, being a drag racer myself, and I definitely don't understand what it takes to run a Top Fuel team at all, but just from the outside looking in, I can't imagine the amount of work that went into getting both of those cars ready, and to do multiple runs with both cars in one night. So great job to them, hats off to them. It was an amazing experience, amazing races that they brought to Lancaster, and we definitely look forward to next year.